Man, CentOS and Ubuntu are Linux operating system, man. Okay, so first we will download Oracle VM VirtualBox. Okay, so you have to select Windows host. Anybody having Mac OS? If you have Mac OS, please put it in the chat. Repeating again, because if you have Mac OS, don't go with this step. I will send you other steps for the installation. Download the software. Oh, you have the latest version, VirtualBox 6.0.0.1. So I'm going to cancel that. I already have that downloaded and installed. So anybody have question like why are we using VirtualBox and not VMware Workstation or Server or Player or Fusion or Hyper-V? Like someone asked me why are we not doing it on AWS? None? Okay. Fine, I'll tell you myself. When we do Vagrant, it works very well with VirtualBox, Oracle VirtualBox. That's why we are sticking up with Oracle VirtualBox software. Okay, this software will help us create virtual machine. Okay, so why are you using this? Yeah, you asked that question very late. I already answered. So yes, we are using it because it's very much compatible with other tools. You need to integrate tools, right? So this is very much compatible with other tools. It's very lightweight. That's why we are using Oracle VirtualBox. Sriram says I'm unable to hear you. Are you able to hear me, everyone? Okay, voice is clear. Does VirtualBox old version make any difference? There may be some issue when we do it with Vagrant. You see, if you have an issue, you can uninstall the older one and install the new one. Just a lot of background noise. Even I'm hearing that. Yeah. So if you have a question, unmute yourself, ask question, and then mute. Okay. So VirtualBox is already downloaded. And I already have it installed. Installation is simple. Even though I'm sending you the document, it's very simple. Just open the software, next, done, finish. You know how installation works in Windows, same way. So this is the latest version 6.0.0. I have fifth version, so that may make some difference. So once it is installed, it will open up like this, and you can check its version on help about VirtualBox 5.2.22. Okay, so I will upgrade also and try. And anyways, you want to download an older version, you can just search it on the net. It will give you an archive directory. From there you can download. Okay, now we have Oracle VM VirtualBox. This software, as I told you, will help us create virtual machine. And in detail, we have virtualization later. Okay, today we are just doing prerequisite. So you can relax, just follow the steps. That's enough for today. Virtual, why are you only Oracle virtual machine only? I already answered that question, Nasiri. So as I told you, we are going to create two virtual machine. Oh, you don't need to follow me right away. You can do it after the class. Okay, it's better people you do it after the class. If you try to follow me in the class, you will miss so many things. Okay, when I'm talking, when I'm explaining, so it's better you do it after the class. All right, just watch first, learn, then do it. Can you let me know steps for Linux 7.5? You will know steps for everything, okay? Don't worry. So we will first create a CentOS based virtual machine. Cancel, man. It's taking such a long time. To create a virtual machine, you need to click here on new, and it will open up a window. Then you have to type the name of your virtual machine. Imagine what we are doing here. Think it like we are assembling a computer, like that. When we assemble the computer, have you ever assembled a computer? I did few times. So you take RAM, CPU, hard disk, all of that, motherboard, motherboard, right? And you assemble everything together. So creating a virtual machine here is similar work. Okay, so let's give it a name. I'll give it name as DevOps CentOS. That's all. Type Linux. As soon as I typed here CentOS, it automatically selected here Linux. Okay, so select Linux. CentOS is a Linux operating system, and it's 64-bit operating system we are going to install. So CentOS is from Red Hat. I'll explain you in detail about Linux. Okay, don't worry about Linux today. All right, nothing. Just select what I'm selecting. You'll start Linux from tomorrow onwards. Okay, I guess from Monday onwards, not tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a special class of Ansible for 2 hours for the old batch. So Monday onwards, we're going to start Linux. All right. So that time you'll understand all the Linux concept, why Linux, what is Linux, different commands, server administration, all of that. As of now, today just VM setup. Next screen will ask you RAM size. We generally say it as memory. So you can use the scroller, or you can just type how much RAM size you want. So keep one thing in mind. If you have never virtualized anything, there's nothing magical here. If I say 1 GB, it's gonna take 1 GB from my computer physical RAM. Okay, so you can't just magically give here 8 GB or like that, and you don't have that much RAM in your system. That's not gonna happen. So make sure you have some free RAM on your system. So for this course, we will set up multiple VMs sometimes, and you will need minimum 4 GB of RAM on your laptop, minimum. More than that is better in this course. Next screens ask us about the hard disk. It's saying our recommended size is 8 GB, and I have selected an option, create a virtual hard disk now. Like a computer needs a hard disk, this VM also needs hard disk. Okay, create. There are different types of hard disk files. Real hard disk also have types: IDE, PATA, SATA, SCSI, this, that. Here also you have type. VDI is the default type of Oracle VirtualBox VM. VMDK is a default type for VMware VMs. Okay, VMware is, everyone knows VMware anyways. So we'll keep default VDI. Go next. Now here we have two options. In storage, we get one option for virtual machine. Storage, hard disk size. Let's say we have selected 10 GB, and we have given fixed here. So it will reserve 10 GB of size from the actual hard disk, from the physical hard disk. But if I say dynamically, then let's say I have given 100 GB, and 100 GB is not available on your laptop hard disk. Still, you would be able to set up this VM. Dynamically means initially how much ever is required size, that much will be procured. Okay, rest all will not be procured. So it doesn't reserve the size. Okay, as the data grows, as it try to procure the size on the virtual hard disk from the physical hard disk. So dynamically it will procuring 1 GB, 2 GB, like that. So this is the best option, which can manage storage very well, because we are never sure how much storage we need, and we always go for over provisioning. Probably I'll just need 20 GB, and I'll select 50 GB. I don't want to waste 30 GB, so I'll select dynamically allocated. Next, now let's select the size. So I'll keep it default 8 GB. You can give more than that, but really we're just going to install the operating system, not do anything else. So I'm fine with that. Okay, there, a VM created. Now, as you have a computer, bare metal, you need to install operating system on that, and you take a CD and put it in your computer, or you put a pen drive from which it boots. and starts the installation. Similar way here also we have to attach a CD, but you can't really attach a CD here, physical CD. We'll attach a virtual CD, which is called as ISO file. Okay, so CentOS ISO file we'll need, CentOS operating system's ISO file. So we will download that. Download CentOS ISO. Okay, so go with minimal ISO. All right, DVD ISO is everything in one. It's going to be huge in size. And these are the URLs, the mirrors from where you can download. You can select the one which is nearest to you, or just select the first one. Okay, click on that and the download will start. And I'm going to cancel that. So I already have it downloaded, so I'm not waiting for that download to complete. Okay, now let's attach the ISO file. Okay, so let's click on settings, go to storage. Okay, so that is your virtual hard disk and that is your virtual CD-ROM. So let's select that option, choose virtual optical disk file. That means choose an ISO file. So in the downloads, it's showing me CentOS 7. That's the ISO. And put a check mark here, live CD DVD. Okay, now nowadays most of the operating systems comes with live image. Live image means you can really boot the operating system with this CD, and you can see, access the operating system, feel it, and then if you're good, you like it, then you can install it. And to see an operating system, or to access the operating system, you really don't need to install it today nowadays. Okay, so most of the ISO today are live CD. So put a check mark there. Okay, check the details, properties. Let me just expand it a little bit. Okay, so base memory is 1 GB, 1024 MB. We will also need to do one more thing that I'll explain you concept much in detail later. In network, let's go to settings, network. Network interface card. Everyone knows network interface card, LAN card or MAC card or Ethernet port. Say something, yes, no, maybe. Hey, am I audible?
Yeah.
Everyone knows NIC card, right? So how many NIC card or LAN card or Ethernet port are there on your laptop? One. That's right. Adi has one.
One.
Says one. Yes. Neer says one. I guess everyone says one. So everyone has like one Ethernet port. Okay. How many network adapters you have? So your Ethernet port is one network adapter. Do you have any other network adapter or any other network interface card? Yes, you must be having wireless adapter. Okay. How do you connect to Wi-Fi? Now forget about VM, forget about virtual. I'm talking about real on your laptop. So you have two network interface card, right? One is physical Ethernet adapter and one is for Wi-Fi. That's going to be on your motherboard inside. You won't see it, but it's there, a physical thing. Okay, like on your motherboard. So a computer can have multiple network interface card or multiple adapter, we can say. Servers will always have multiples, because if one fails, the other one still receives the connection for high availability. I will talk about that in networking. Here also VM, we can give 4 adapters, but here there is no Wi-Fi. All right, this VM doesn't have capability of Wi-Fi. These network adapters acts like an Ethernet adapter only, right? So one adapter will be there by default and it will be attached to NAT. Now, these are different types of network that VirtualBox provides you. Oracle VirtualBox, its own network. Okay, by default, NAT will be there. Right. Select one more. Go to adapter 2, enable it, and select bridged adapter here. Okay, I'll explain you this concept later in detail. And here select your network interface card that is connected to internet. And you'll see how will I find that. Well, open your network settings, network status, yeah, Ethernet, change adapter options, yes, check here. Okay, so see, I have an Ethernet adapter that is disconnected, and I have a Wi-Fi, it's connected, but it is showing you disconnected. That's because its name is disconnected. Okay, so its name checked Intel R Centrino Advanced N6205 blah blah blah. Oh my god. Anyways, we got the name. That's the name of my adapter that is connected to internet. So select that one here. Now in short, what this will do, this will get IP address from your Wi-Fi router. Okay, now this is going to use your network adapter as a bridge, your laptop's network adapter as a bridge to connect to your Wi-Fi router. All right, if you did not understand, forget about it, just select it. I'll explain you this concept in detail. I guess we are good to go, and now we can power on, start. Hey, if you're low memory, you don't want to select 1 GB, you can go with 512 MB also. Okay, 512 MB also works. Okay, the VM is powering on. Then this is the monitor VM. Okay, one thing, if you click here, it will capture your cursor. Okay, click on capture. You have to say install CentOS 7. Okay, test this media and install CentOS 7. Then you have troubleshoot option. I'll select install CentOS 7, hit enter. Now I'm trying to move my cursor. Okay, but it's not coming out, it's inside that monitor, it's stuck there. So I have to use right control. Okay, right control, my cursor is out. Okay, you can check here, it's written right control. If I click here, I'm clicking now. Okay, 1 2 3 go. Okay, capture, stuck. I'm not able to release my cursor. Okay, so you have to hit right control, the control button. You have two control buttons, the right side control button on your keyboard, that you have to hit. Now don't ask me your right or my right, we have all same right when we sit on the keyboard. Okay, right control. Okay, capture. So it's booting up, it's booting from the CD, from the ISO file. Hey, by the time this happens, we will download Ubuntu ISO also. We need to download Ubuntu, set up Ubuntu also. So let's see, download Ubuntu ISO. Download Ubuntu. Now Ubuntu is more focused on the desktop, but there is a server version also, which is amazing now. So we have to say Ubuntu server ISO. Okay, go to the official websites. Like I have been here to the official website, centos.org. This is ubuntu.com. Okay, so there is Ubuntu server 18. Go with 18. 18 installation is little different. Let's do it. What's the big deal? So I don't think I have Ubuntu 18 server. Recently I installed Ubuntu 18 desktop, and the installation was really different. Yes. No, that's server only. 22 MB. It's okay, I have it, I guess. Yeah, I have it. It's a server image. So it will be written here, server. Okay. Desktop is going to be all graphical based. Oh, it's taking long time to come up. Okay, by the time this comes up, um, how many people know what is a Linux operating system? Nobody? Or you'd be like, oh, if I say I know, then you'll ask me question somewhat. Hey, if you don't know, don't worry. Okay, that's why we are starting it from very basics. Okay, you need to worry. Don't get panicky. Don't be afraid of asking questions. Whatever stupid question you feel, ask. All right. Nobody's gonna judge you. I don't judge people. Okay. I'm a little like funny and all. But don't worry. I don't judge you. I don't make fun of you. You're here to learn. All right. And nobody will make fun of you. Even if someone makes fun of you, who cares, man? Really. You know. We are here to learn. We learn, and we're going then, right? So who really cares? Anyways, whatever question you have, even the stupidest of the stupidest question you feel, do not worry to ask me, because if you don't ask me now, later it will be a big problem for you, that question. Okay, that will haunt you throughout this course, and that won't learn you so many concepts, that won't let you learn. Yes. Okay, everything is going to be building block. Whatever I'm doing today is of a great importance. What I'm going to do for tomorrow, okay, it's a prerequisite. Whatever we are doing in the first 2 weeks, actually it's all prerequisite for you people. All right, you ask me, right, what is the prerequisite of joining the course? What should I know? What should In this 2 weeks we are doing that only. All right, so get along. So yeah, open source, kernel based, right? You're getting close. I know I can Google, but what's the difference in Ubuntu, CentOS, and other variants of Linux? Yeah, fine. Good question. You'll understand that on Monday. It's command-based OS. No, that's wrong. It's graphical based also. Cat etc release. That's one command on Red Hat systems. It's open source. Yes, kernel based. Every operating system is kernel based, man. Windows is also kernel based. Kernel is the heart of any operating system. What is that? Albanian? Why did it select that language? What is that language anyways? Oh, we have Telugu also. See here. You can select Telugu also. Linux gives you wide variety of language. You can't even think. Seriously, it was showing Marathi also. See, it shows so many local languages also. Okay, English. Right, some common ground. Continue. Just selecting the language. Can you let us know the supported OS for DevOps? Wrong question. Just do it few days, you'll understand. There is no supported or like that OS, okay? But DevOps is not a software that you can install on a supported operating system. Okay, we are going to use all the operating system that come in our way, okay? CentOS 6, 7, 5, Red Hat, Enterprise Linux, Ubuntu 14, 15, 16, 17, Windows Server, all of it. It seems very slow to me. I don't know, for some reason. Selected 1 GB of RAM. Isn't that enough? It's not supposed to be that slow. Uh-huh. Hey, just give me a moment. I'll be back. Oh, okay. I clicked it long time and then this is selected now. So time zone you can select. Oh, nowadays OS installations are very simple. Okay, Linux OS is not as complicated as you think. Yeah, you said command based, right? You see anything command based? I'm doing all graphically. So CentOS installation, everything you select in this page, you have to let it give some time so it detects everything. First, you select date and time. I selected my date and time zone. Then we will select network and host name. Here we will enable our network interface. Okay, so click on that network and host name. So two adapter, one is connected to NAT, one is connected to bridged. Okay, so I'm going to enable both of them on and on. Okay, so the first one is going to get an IP address from the Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, from Oracle VirtualBox 10.0.2.15. You'll also get similar IP. Okay, but the second interface, which is bridged interface, gets an IP address from my Wi-Fi router. Okay, why do we need to do that? That I'll explain you later, but do it for now. Okay, also it has to come up when the operating system boots every time. So click on this configure button here. We have to enable it at the boot time. Okay, remember this word, enabling at boot time. We enable devices at boot time, we enable services boot time. General, put a check mark here, automatically connect to this network when it is available. So that will make sure every time it boots, the operating system boots, this network interface comes up. And we'll do same with the other one also, that one. Configure. Click. There's something wrong really. It's not supposed to be this much slow. General, put a check mark there. Save. Okay, let's put some host name. Come on. DevOps box. Click on done. Okay, sometimes you need to click on done twice. All right. Now, one last thing we are going to select is the hard disk where it will do the installation. So click here, installation destination, and we have one hard disk attached, 8 GB. Okay, click on add a disk. Oh, sorry, done. So if you still get no disk selected, go back, select. Oh, actually 4 GB is also enough, but we are being generous and giving 8 GB. We're just doing install operating system installation. It's more than enough. You need to go back again. Okay, select the disk again, say done. Okay, and done is done. Okay, good. Automatic partition selector. So we selected automatic partition. All right, we don't want to go get into partition for now. Later we'll learn what are partitions and how to do it. Click on begin installation. You see installation already started. Okay, that simple it is. Now let's set the root password. So let's say I'm going to give admin123, which is a weak password. Okay, and I click on done, and it doesn't allow me. I have to click done twice if I'm setting the weak password. Okay, so I'm going to set up now little tough password, which I'm not going to tell you also. And you thought I'm going to keep telling you passwords, right? Done. Not matching. Yeah. If you want to create one more extra user, this is the password for the root user. Root user is the admin user in Linux. It's the all powerful, have a power to do everything in Linux system. Okay, root user. But apart from that, you should be creating one more user. Let's give it name as DevOps. Let's make this user as administrator, so it can become administrator whenever this user wants. It's like power of attorney we are giving. And let's set up some password, and I'm setting a week one, so I click on done. So to click on done one more time. Okay, we're done. The installation will complete in few minutes. We have to reboot this, and we can then start logging in. All right, by the time this happens, we'll set up another virtual machine with Ubuntu operating system. Okay, so let's click on new. So I'm going to select here, use the name DevOps Ubuntu. Okay, so type Linux version Debian 64-bit. Okay, now if you don't have Ubuntu, you can select, yeah, we have Ubuntu 64 also. Ubuntu 64-bit, select that. So we are going to install 64-bit operating system. Hey, anybody have 32-bit operating system on their laptop? Anyone? Okay, good. All right, so I'll go with 64-bit only. Okay, so RAM 1 GB is fine. Go next. Create virtual disk. Create. Next. All defaults. Okay. Okay, it is telling, asking 10 GB. Be it 10 GB. Okay. What, Sushma? You have 32 GB operating system? Settings. Storage. Oh, okay. I'll talk to you in a moment. Empty. Choose virtual optical disk file. Ubuntu. Put a check mark there. Live. Also network. Adapter to enable. Attach to bridged. And I'm going to select my Wi-Fi interface. All right. Now tell me how many network interface you have on your laptop. One or two? Come on. Two. Good. Good, Adi. Yeah. And that's an important point, okay? You'll understand that. Let's start Ubuntu installation. So there are so many amazing and hidden things in your computer which you don't know, which will be revealed slowly to you. Okay? And you will master it to control. The machine will not control you. You will start controlling the machine. Wow, that sounds like I'm talking in a movie. Okay, the Ubuntu installation started. How to check how many interfaces in my laptop? Very good question. I'll show you. One is this graphical method, right? So you see here four. These are virtual, from virtual box. These are virtual interface. This is physical Ethernet, Wi-Fi. Okay, that's one way you can check. I'll show you one command also in Windows, which is ipconfig. ipconfig. Okay, and there are a few other commands that we'll learn later through Vagrant. We need to select the right name of our bridge interface. That time I'll show you some VirtualBox commands also. There are so many ways to find it. Okay. What? I typed CMD there. You know what? I think there is something wrong with my laptop. Hmm? It's taking too much long time. it's taking that much. Let me close. More details. Oh, 100% CPU for what? VirtualBox version 25. Scrutal. Meeting 19. Scrutal. Does anybody know what is the Scrutal? I hope it's not a virus. VirtualBox Manager. What do I have? Two VirtualBox Manager. Okay. Fine. It's not supposed to take that much CPU. Google Chrome. Let me kill it. That makes you happy? I can't kill GoToMeeting. Come on. Give me a break. Does anybody know what's Scrutal? 32-bit. We're talking about 32-bit and here it is. Okay, yeah, about 32-bit, right? Whoso is having 32-bit operating system, wake up, upgrade it. Okay, it's high time. We have to get into 64-bit world now. Okay, we are going to do a lot of things, different kinds of VM automation and all those things. We will need 64-bit operating system. So upgrade. If you don't want to upgrade, you have some problem, office laptop, this, that, you can watch what we are doing and you can try to do same in 32-bit until unless you don't start cloud computing. Okay, but again, then whenever you want to set up VMs, there's so many instances where we'll may not have the access to the internet, or you don't want to use cloud computing for some reason, bill is too high. So anytime you can set up virtual machine quickly, that you will learn by the next weekend. Okay, but you better upgrade. All right, I'm telling, I tried, I tried with 32-bit things to help student, but it resolves temporarily, but then again we get some other problem because of 32-bit. So I told better upgrade, man. Okay, for this exercise, download a 32-bit ISO and do the installation. 32-bit ISO, right? Anyway, 64-bit will give you some problems when you're doing installation, so you have to go with 32-bit. Okay, so installation is different here. Okay, Scrutal.exe using too much CPU memory. It's probably your file best. It's probably your file has been infected with a virus. This Google says. Oh man. Okay, and that's why I use all the time Ubuntu desktop operating system, or any other Linux desktop operating system. But for recording, I have to do this. Okay, I'm selecting the language. Done. Applying config. Okay, install Ubuntu. Yes, hit enter. Wow. Okay, these are two interface. Okay, that's one. Edit IPv4. Automatic DHCP. Fine. Save that. Yes, that's fine. But how do I enable it? Okay, I'm gonna send you a document. Okay, for Ubuntu 16 installations, we can go with that one also. How do I make sure it's enabled at the boot time? Proxy address, no proxy address, done. Mirror address. So this is gonna be the URL from where it's gonna download the software from. Okay. Partitioning. use entire disk. So there is nothing on this virtual disk, we just have attached it. So we can tell that use the entire disk and do the partitioning. And there's manual that we'll see later. Choose hard disk. Yes, that's the hard disk. Okay, done. But this is the partitioning scheme it is telling. We're good. You don't care really now. Are you sure you want to continue? Continue. Okay, your name, server's name, pick a username. How about my name? Pick a password. Done. Okay, these are popular snaps in server environment. Select or deselect with space. It is telling these are some popular software. Which one do you want? Oh, snap, sorry. Docker, LXD. Wait, come on. It's not letting me select also. What do you want it to make? I don't want it to make anything. AWS CLI, Heroku, Amazon SSM agent, Kubernetes, Mosquito, Eclipse Mosquito MQ. Oh, that's a broker. So this is like kind of a server that you are setting up, right? Which kind of server do you want? You can select that. So it will install that kind of software. I'm looking for something neutral. Yeah. User command interface. There's no neutral option here. Something keep alive. Juju, Python. Hmm. Something fancy from Ubuntu 18 now. Huh? Who cares? We directly go with OS installation. We know the package installation, man. Whatever package we need, we install. Don't try to make. It's trying to give more comfort to us. Okay. I don't want anything, but I have to select something. Let's select. Oh, I can just say done also. Okay, fine. Finally. Okay, that's something new. Okay, from Ubuntu 18, I always try to go with the latest one. You're going to get the document of how to set up Ubuntu 16. So that is also one more exercise for you, one more VM setup, Ubuntu 16. You've seen how simple is Ubuntu 18 setup. Just we select next, just like software installation we see in Windows, right? So the installation is starting. It will probably ask us for the passwords and stuff. This is not yet done. Oh, okay. And all of you need to set up these VMs because we will be starting to learn Linux, and for that purpose you'll need a Linux VMs. So we will be using one Ubuntu, one CentOS, because I'll be training you on Red Hat based and Debian based operating system, okay, simultaneously. All right, because being a DevOps, you can't just say, oh, I will just use this operating system. That's not going to work out. Okay, some people will use Ubuntu, some will use CentOS, some will use heterogeneous cloud, multiple different operating system, even Windows, even Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Okay, so you should be comfortable with Red Hat family and Debian family. All right, and also of course Windows, which everyone is comfortable. Okay, so we'll be using mix of this operating system throughout this course, and we already started doing it. Okay. Cancel. Open SSH server. Scootil, right? Scootil. I had an antivirus in this. I think it was expired or something. Avast. I don't actually use much Windows operating system on my desktop. I have a Linux operating system. I do everything from there. But when I'm showing you this class, I have to be here in Windows system. Scootil. Fine, I'll do that later anyways. Yeah, the installation is going on and it's gonna take some time, people. So, if you have any question, you can ask me by that time. Come on, why are you people so silent? You choose only Oracle Virtual. So, my name is Imran, by the way, Shri, but you don't need to call me sir. Okay, fine, no problem. So I answered that question, Sri, previously also. We're choosing Oracle VM VirtualBox only because we will be learning Vagrant also. Vagrant is an automation tool for virtual machine, and it works very well with Oracle VirtualBox. So that's why Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, not a very specific reason. It's also very lightweight, no licensing. All right. So the few reasons, the major reason is it works very well with Vagrant. The integration is good with this one. So that's why that one. Okay. Are we covering Kubernetes? Yes, of course. And how do you know it's K8s, called as K8s? You've used it. Can you please tell again what all we did today? Huh. We installed Oracle VM VirtualBox. Where is that PPT? Okay. So we installed Oracle VM VirtualBox software. We created a VM. We created two VMs actually, one for CentOS installation, one for Ubuntu. We downloaded the ISO, attached the ISO to the VM, started the installation, and the installation is going on. Yeah, there are plenty out there, Sri. There's VMware Workstation, VMware Player, there's Hyper-V, and then there are different kinds of hypervisors also. In virtualization, I'm going to explain you this concept. Okay, different types. So we are creating an environment. We are just creating virtual machine. That's all. Okay, nothing much. It's virtual machine with Linux operating system. That's all. Environment, complete infrastructure setup. We will do that. Landscape. I don't know what you mean by that. Can we connect from Ubuntu to CentOS from our VirtualBox? Of course we can. I'll show you those things. And for that reason only, we have selected their bridge interface. Yeah, you can say like that, Taha. Actually, this today's class is to make you understand how to set up a virtual machine. So tomorrow I'm going to show you, tomorrow is in the next week, I'm going to show you how to automate this process. You'll understand what I'm telling you. Now I'm going to teach you only Ansible, not Chef. Ansible and Puppet. Okay, and Puppet is going to be video lectures. All right. Chef also you'll get some video lectures, but it is just too much to take that many configuration management tool. Okay, it's already so much on our plate. And Chef anyways, it's not that much bigger market, so I've excluded Chef. I used to have Chef previously, but now 2 months is also not enough. I can't just keep including softwares. Now this Saturday we'll not have class. You set up the virtual machine and you give the confirmation of the class to the admins. Admin said to will have just Thursday and Friday class, and from Monday we will have regular classes. And it should not take such a long time for the installation, people. Okay, this is just really taking too much time. There is something wrong. Can you directly connect the terminal of these two operating systems without using the virtual box? Huh? What is that? Without using virtual box, connecting terminal? I think you're using wrong words. Can you rephrase your question again, Vinay? Or you can talk on the audio. Oh, this weekend we don't have class. Enjoy. Yeah, on sometimes weekends also you'll have class. Like tomorrow I have a class, but it's not for you. It's an Ansible class for the previous batches. okay, or cloud automation with Ansible. And tell me the version of VirtualBox, like 5. You go with whatever version. When you feel, when you get errors and issues, that time we'll make changes. Okay, don't be afraid of switching to versions, because you really don't know tomorrow what version will come to you. You can go with the latest version. If you have any problem, then we'll work on that. Okay, then we'll downgrade and all. Mhm. Task. Yes, 5.2 is completely okay. No problem with that. Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna see how to do it. I'll set up an antivirus otherwise. I'm trying to end the task. It's not ending. And anyways, I don't do anything funny from my Windows laptop. I don't know how it came. Right. So I think this is not going to complete. So once this complete for you, it will complete definitely. Reboot this, reboot that. Both the systems will get rebooted. Okay. Remember the password that you have set. All right. So you have to open the terminal. You'll have a black screen when this gets rebooted. Click on that. You give the username root and the password that you have given. In Ubuntu, there is no root user login. So here you have to use the username that you have set up. Like I have set up a username, I think Imran or DevOps, and whatever password. So that's how you log in Ubuntu. Okay, that's all you need to do today. Tomorrow we'll use the next class we'll use Putty and Git Bash and other tools to log into this machine remotely. Okay, and we'll start learning Linux from Monday, from the very basics, right? From logging in and then learning the from very basics commands to server administration, and also virtualization with Vagrant, automation of virtualization. So all that in the next week. Okay, so buckle up, have some time, please practice whatever we're doing every day. Okay, repeat whatever I'm doing. You should be able to repeat the same thing. Okay, when you repeat, try to repeat, you will get problems, issues, error. That's great. Okay, we'll work on that. Right, we'll fix those things. All right, but you have to invest some time. Coming here just listening to me 1 hour and then doing your own work will not make you DevOps, will not make you anything in you know so please practice. All right then, I know we need to close it for today. I will see you then on Monday. Any question you can ask me. OS installation will get completed. It's just the finishing, and you will have to reboot it. That's all. Okay, so you have seen this 2 OS installation. I'm going to send you a document of Ubuntu 16 OS installation. So you need to download Ubuntu 16 ISO. I'll send you the link also. Okay. Yeah, yeah. You too, people. Have a nice weekend. Oh, practice. And also read the first chapter of the book, as I told you yesterday. Yeah, thank you. Oh, you'll have a lot of enjoyment. I promise you, man. This is just the beginning. Yeah, that was actually coincidence. Bye bye.
Bye bye, Iman.
Bye bye. Hey, you can use RHEL, you can use anything, your choice. Okay, any Linux OS is fine with me. Okay. First, do whatever I'm doing, and then do whatever experiment you want. Okay. And also share your experiment with me, what you did. All right. Tata. Bye bye.